Hi guys, against all odds. Never, never, never give up. This week's been rough. It's rained nonstop for the last 2 weeks in Florida, and my basement is flooded. My backyard's flooded. The air conditioner doesn't work, so it's like boiling hot in here. I'm having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which right now it's 4:35 to do a video or do videos because it is just too friggin' hot to do anything during the day. You can't get anything done. So I'm going to the library to do editing because everything's down in my house and the air conditioner crashed. And I don't have the $15,000 or what the hell it's going to cost to fix the air conditioner. Anyway, so that's the reason I decided to do a video on, and I'm going to call it Against All Odds, because I never give up. You should never give up. No matter what comes at you, beat it down. Eventually it will get better, and it does. And as you know, I'm sweating in my room here. I had to shut the windows because right now, like I said, it's 4:25 in the morning a.m. And we're going to start getting cars going by, people going to work. I don't want to pick up that noise. So if I'm sweating a little bit, as they say, schwitzing, just work with me. So, against all odds, I want to give you an example of me beating the odds. Many years ago, back in the 70s, I wanted to be a singer, and I could not sing. I couldn't sing. I couldn't hold a pitch. And I talked like this. And grew up in a farm parents. They didn't really realize what was wrong with me. There was something wrong. There was a lot wrong with me. But anyway, I decided to take voice lessons. And I started to take voice lessons from a very renowned voice coach, which is now passed on. Her name was Emily Uriberry. She was a Metropolitan Opera star. She did very well. We both ended up going down to LA together, working on my career together. But she taught me so much. But what I want to get at is that she was intuitive enough to know that there was something really either physically wrong or mentally, of course, mentally wrong with me, for me not to be able to hold a pitch or to be able to support a tone or to sing. She says, I want you to go to an ear, nose, and throat doctor. So I did. Ear, nose, and throat doctor said to me, his name was Dr. Beam, I'll never forget his name. He says, the reason you talk like this is you have a deviated septum, which means the septum that goes into the nose is blocked. 90% on one side and 50% on the other. And my parents never said anything to me about it, never did anything about it. So I decided to have surgery. So I had nasal surgery, which is one of the most painful surgeries you can go through. I'm not telling you that to scare you. I'm just saying it's not fun. And I did that. And once I did that and I started studying voice again with her, with Emily, my voice started coming out. And I started developing a good voice. So that's what I'm calling about against all odds. Whatever the odds are in your favor when you make an intelligent decision about what you want to do about it. And you say, okay, fine, I have an issue with my voice. How can I correct that? I'm slumping here. I have an issue with my memory. I have an issue with my my determination. I have an issue with issues, probably not the word. I'm schwitzing. I have an issue with being able to focus. Okay, that's where Common Point comes in, because of all the stuff I went through. This is back in the 70s. I had to dig really deep into myself and say, how bad do I really want this? How bad do I really want this? Do I really want my YouTube channel to blow up? Yes, so I'm going to get up at 3:30 in the morning and make a video. Come hell or high water, I'm making a video, maybe 2 or 3 today, and I'm not going to worry about sweating. I'm not going to worry about looking great. I'm going to worry about getting my message out. I want to get my message out about the Common Point philosophy, because that philosophy, during that period of time in my life, in the early 70s, was incubated, was developed. And that philosophy has got me through so many hard times. It's unbelievable. And it's basically, it makes you look at your own self-truth. It makes you look introvertedly into yourself. Where is your strength? Okay? And your strength comes from adversity. Your strength comes from a wall in front of you that you've got to get over, and you have no way of doing it, but you got to figure out a way. Okay? You just put in your mind, there's this brick wall, and it's 11 feet tall, and there's barbed wire, and there's electric wire, and there's concrete, and there's lasers, and there's all this stuff. There's all these blockages in your way. Just dig deep into your internal being and say, how can I get over that wall? Or can I get through that wall? Or can I go under that wall? Can I knock that wall down? And you can. Every question has an answer. And the answer is always in the question. John, what do you mean by that? Excuse me while I pat. What I mean by this is this. The answer is always in the question. The question was to me at the time, my question was, how can I become a great singer? How can I learn how to sing? I wanted to sing. I wanted to be a famous singer. Okay. How can I do that? The first thing I need to do is figure out why I can't sing. And I took the steps to figure it out. I had somebody give me some advice, which is fine. But I took the steps and I went across the bridge. I went over the wall. I pushed the wall down. I went to the doctor. I said, what do we got to do? He said, we're going to do surgery, nasal surgery. Which was not fun. But I defeated the wall. I knocked it down. And once I got past that wall, and I created a pathway for myself, I thought, now it's opening up. And once I started doing voice lessons again, and studying voice with Emily again, my voice started opening up. She wanted to get into singing opera. I didn't want to do opera, but I had the voice for it. The voice was there. It just needed to be released. Needed to discover it. Okay? Using that as an example. So, against all odds is somewhat of a negative statement, but I'm going to use it as a positive motivator in this video. There's always going to be someone, something, some situation, like my air conditioner went out. It's hot. It's 97 degrees in here. I'm sweating. I don't have the money for the air conditioner, but I am determined to get monetized on YouTube. I'm determined to make $100,000 a year. Not because I want $100,000 a year, like some of these YouTubers that they just want money. I want money to be able to build my retreat for Common Point, and I probably need at least $1 million to do that. At least $1 million to do that, and I will do it. I'm determined. I'm willing to sweat in a house in Winter Park that has no air conditioning. I'm willing to drive a $700 beater car that I had to keep putting air in the tire for the last week because I couldn't afford a damn tire. Finally got a tire today, but I had a slow leak. What was I doing? I had an old air compressor with an extension cord, left it in the trunk, and I would pull wherever there's an electric plug it in, fill up the tire, and get home. This is my life, okay? If you're talking about against all odds, I'm not this wealthy motivation. There's another thing too. Excuse me while I pat. There's another thing too I want to tell you. There are so many, and I see them all the time. There's so many people out there talking about motivation, and they are like 20 years old. Or they don't know a damn thing about suffering, a damn thing about sucking it up and getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do a video. They have no concept, but they're just trying to be a YouTuber. which is fine. I wish them well. I don't wish bad on anybody. But the reality is, find somebody that's walked the walk, that can talk the talk, that know what the hell they're talking about, okay? And follow them and listen to their wisdom, okay? I'm not saying follow me, but I'm saying follow me. I've lived the life, okay? I've lived the life. I've walked the walk. I've seen the hardships. I've got over the hardships, against all odds, okay? The other thing I had to get over when I was when I was younger, in my 20s, 30s, was this belief that I'm not good enough. I'm never going to make it. I'm not good enough. And that was just instilled in me when I was a kid from my mother and father, mostly my father. You're stupid. You can't do anything. You're lazy. You're never going to amount to anything. You're not like your sister. She's going to college. You don't want to go to college. You want to be a musician. You're a loser. I heard that all through my formative years. When I was 10, 11, 12, all the way into my early 20s, when I worked for my dad and finally got away from him. But I knew one day I would be free of that. And once I was free of that, I was able to start building my life, reconstructing my life, okay? As I say, sorry for the sweating, as I say to all the people that follow me, and if you're new to me, I'm about real. Here's another thing that pisses me off on YouTube. I'm not going to bait you and sell you a master class. Oh, if you click here, you can buy a master class. There is a couple of people that I clicked on it. Oh, it's free. It's free. After about 4 or 5 links in, then there's a membership fee. Then there's send us your email. It's 120, whatever the hell it's going to be, and it's all bullshit. Okay, you should never have to pay for knowledge. I will never ever charge you for knowledge. I got it on the header of my YouTube channel. Knowledge should be free. All knowledge should be free. Nobody should make money to give wisdom, to give knowledge. That should be a universal sharing, okay? Whatever knowledge you have, you should freely give it. I'm not saying you shouldn't get paid if you're a teacher or a professor. You have to make a living. I get that. But these yo-yos that are on YouTube, that 20-somethings, 30-somethings, making tons of money selling you a bill of goods because, oh, I've got a master class. Take this master class. Here's some advice, okay, that I'm going to give you. I'm going to point my finger. Here's some advice. I started my YouTube channel 2 years ago with no knowledge. I didn't even know how to use a cell phone. I didn't even know how to upload a video. But if you learn it the hard way, if you suck it up and figure it out, it's better for your brain, it's better for your ego, it's better for your business because you learned it your way. You learned it the right way. I'm not saying you can't take other people's wisdom and learn from them. I'm just saying if you do it the hard way, you'll never forget it. And it's yours. You can own it. Nobody gave it to you, okay? And it's very tempting. I go on YouTube, and they're all out there saying, oh, by the way, I can save you this matter. I can save you years of frustration. I get it. But I'm not pushing that button. I'm going to figure it all out on my own. So, I'm going to stop this video. 15 minutes. I want to keep it 15 minutes. Sorry for the spitzing, but it's going to happen in these videos until I get some air conditioning in my house. Please do me a favor. I need an air conditioner. I need a new camera. I need to keep my YouTube channel going. I am not begging you. I'm just saying, please subscribe to my channel. It will go a long way for me to continue doing videos and to get better equipment and to reach a wider audience. Also, please leave a comment down below. John, you're melting. Anything, just leave a comment, okay? Thank you very much. Love you guys. I am going to change shirts and do another video. And I'm going to keep knocking them out. Love you guys. And this one was about, I had to look at my notes, against all odds. Look at the odds. As long as you're breathing, you're alive, you're healthy, you're relatively sane, you can beat the odds. You can beat the odds. I have. I will. I always will. I will never give up. You do not give up. And do not rely on anybody to change those odds, because people will let you down all the time. So I'm going to go on that note. Against all odds. Love you guys. Bye now.